When things go slower than we want, we become impatient and frustrated. This is where a lot of the self-sabotage happens, is the rushing. And I'm about to make a coffee and record a voice note for the Discord about this, because I'm starting to sense a few people are starting to get a little bit twitchy and they're trying to rush, and what it's going to do is send them back. I need this coffee today. I'm looking forward to my coffee. The self-sabotage is starting to creep in. Obviously it's January, it's a new year. The year hasn't started in terms of a trading perspective as great as you may have liked. I know for me it hasn't, in the sense of I'm in 3 losses deep, and it's very easy to start getting into your head and being like, oh my God, what's going on? I don't like this. But with trading, you need to almost treat it, and when I switched my mindset to this, it was definitely easier. You need to almost treat trading as though it is investing, not as a day trading entity where you're going to try to make £500 a day or £1,000 a week. You need to look at it long term and be like, what did I finish the year on, and what did I do to my capital? And this is why I'm so big on, having personal accounts, having props, having Darwin X, having investor money, because once you realize that across all of those, and a lot of people's problem is undercapitalization, when you realize that that itself is what's holding people back, and if you can just make 3 to 4% a month consistently, you're doing better than anyone else or most people could be doing, and how much money you can generate from that across a year, you'll realize that is what you need to be focused on. However, because of props and because of all these things, you're rushing, and often the rushing and the impatience part is what causes us to take longer in doing the thing. I've tried every shortcut possible and it ends up fucking me up. They're delaying you from getting to where you want to be. It's just like the gym. People think there's a magic pill out there they can eat. And I mean, I guess now with like Ozempic and Manjaro and all these things that actually I believe are doing wonders for people that need them, they are helping people lose a lot of weight. They are helping people with their weight, right? That need it. The problem is people go, oh, I'll take that. They buy it over the counter, they lose loads of weight, but they don't do the work required because they don't want to wait. And I understand no one wants to wait, but waiting is a superpower. Being patient is a superpower. I'm just about to go for my walk. I literally just sent a 24-minute voice note, but it was valuable, so it's all good. Steph's got me a couple new books. DNA. Interesting. Quick one. That book, DNA, that wasn't even for me. It's for Kira to do with her drama. So please don't go and buy it. When Steph got home, I was like, what the fuck's this book? She's like, it's not for you. So yeah, don't buy that book. Anyway, back to the vlog. And richer, wiser, happier. Nice one, Flower. See what's going on. Really getting into my reading again at the minute. Obviously at the moment I'm reading Clear Thinking by Shane Parrish. Very good book. I'm just trying to get back in, locked in on the things I was doing when I perform my best. A good friend of mine always says to me, what are you doing when you're at your best? Who are you around? What is your environment like? What are you eating? What are you doing on a day-to-day? What thoughts are you having? And then replicate that as best you can day to day. And don't be scared to get rid of people, remove things that don't serve you, because ultimately you do have to be a little bit selfish to become better, because that is just how it goes. And often those things we keep around us keep us at default, and default tends to be bad. A little test for you all this week: when you're in a car and someone cuts you up or pulls out in front of you or doesn't indicate, even if it's not you or it's your partner, listen to what they say. Do they get annoyed? Do they get angry? Because I'm telling you now, I do it with Steph all the time. I used to do it, but I'm a lot better. If someone pulled out, she'd be like, fucking hell, why are you not indicating? What are you doing? She'd get really worked up, and I'm like, why are you getting so angry for? You're letting that now bother you, give you the wrong thoughts, not have clarity, and then it can ruin your day. And that one event could be a series of events that cause you a problem later down the line. So do it, try it. Does your partner or do you yourself, when getting cut up or someone not indicating or whatever it is in a car, road rage wise, how pissed off do you get? How triggered do you get? Because often that default of instantly kicking off is a lot of the time what's holding us back in other areas of our life, because you're defaulting to an original state that no longer serves you. I'm going for a walk. Alright, lunchtime. I am, to be fair, I had a little bit of a upset stomach the last couple of days where I've not really been keeping food down the best, and I'm not sure why, but I'm putting it down to taking creatine again. I don't know why, it never agrees with me. And I started on the gummies, but I don't think my body's happy with it, so I'm going to take it out of my diet and see if anything changes. I was also meant to be in London, but I had to cancel, unfortunately. It is what it is. I'm currently going through Rewired again. I'm on the conscious trading module, which was one of my favourite modules, to be fair, along with the self-image. Haven't gone through Rewired now, I've probably been honest, in about 9 months. So as you know, in 2022, 2023, was going through it consistently, and it really helped me with so many things in life, like my image, identity, just loads of stuff that you don't realize you need to work on in order to become a better trader. Yeah, it was phenomenal. And then I've had quite a massive amount of growth, and then I've had a period off from it, and I thought, let me come back to it, because every time I come back to it, I always pick up little bits and bobs. And yeah, really enjoying it, really, really good. So a reminder to all of you that have Rewired, because I know a lot of you do, make sure you're going through it, make sure you're doing the things, and don't just think because you've gone over one thing, that's it forever. And I think this is a key with everything, right? It's about repetition. It's about watching a video more than once, going over it more than once, doing the tasks more than once, because you'll always pick up new things, and you'll always be at different parts of your journey where something you might listen to or hear in a different way now that you're a little bit more wiser or a little bit more mature, and it will hit different, or it will work, it will kind of sit differently with you. And that's what I'm realizing going through this. I've only gone through the first 2 modules, did those yesterday, and then now I'm going to try and get through this one. This is a bigger module. I'm not trying to rush through it or anything. I'm trying to actually make sure that I'm, locked in. But yeah, highly advise anyone that hasn't gone through it, and you bought it, or you didn't use it, or maybe you went through it once and didn't really see any benefit. You have to do this shit more than once. It's like all the stuff I talk about online and have been for years. You have to do it more than once. All books I've read, I read more than once. It's a thing that I do, and thing that I've realized a lot of successful people do, is you have to repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat and almost live and breathe this stuff. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing it. If you don't have Rewired and you want to know what it is, there's been a link in my description for the last 2.5 years. Check it out. I get it, it's an expensive investment, it may seem like, but the beautiful thing is any updates you get for free. And times like this, where I feel like I want to go back through it, I can go back through it, because it's kind of like I invested in something early on. I don't know, crypto. You got in early, now you're seeing the benefit of it, as opposed to everyone that's rushing in later. Yes, it's more expensive than it once was, but that's because you missed out. So yeah, I'm going to eat my eggs. Really enjoy them. 5 boiled eggs at the moment with a bit of black pepper. Outrageous. Perfect little lunch, not too heavy. Sometimes I'll treat myself with a bit of sourdough. I've got some other bits and bobs I want to sort out, keeping in check in the Discord with people. Had someone pass a phase 1 today, which was lovely to see. They really identified that they were trading an edge before that wasn't serving them. It didn't work. It wasn't actually an edge. It had 2 profitable months out of 10, I think. We had a chat, we had a discussion. They sort of opened up. I actually put the basic edge that I put in there ages ago for this person specifically, because they wanted an edge and I felt bad that I could have given them something to help. So I did. They went away, they did the work, they got the data. Spent all year last year, so the last 3 months of last year, gathering that data, and they've come into January straight away, took 3 trades and passed. And I've been keeping them in check along the way, where they've been thinking they need to take more trades, they need to rush, or they need to do this, or they need to do that, and it doesn't feel normal. Only taking a couple of trades, and oh my god, and now they'd message me to say, mate, you were right. And that's the beauty of it, right? Is I've done it, I've been there, got the t-shirt, so I can help people with this stuff, because I know how it feels. I'm not just selling snake oil or some bullshit. It's going to take time, it's going to take effort, and ultimately it's going to take you to bring down your walls and actually realize that you've got a lot more potential than you realize, and you're just letting knobheads dictate how you use that. So fuck those knobheads off, because I promise you now, yeah, things like Rewired, things like stuff I've been saying on this channel for years, so many people said it's not needed, mindset's a scam, psychology's a scam, and I promise you, all these people that said that are going to start changing their message now and saying how powerful psychology and mindset is. And if you're careful and you watch the change, you'll start to realize these people just say stuff when it suits them and benefits them. So stop letting them dictate what you do with your life, because unfortunately we're in a world where there's a lot of shithouses that get away with all sorts of rubbish, and you've got to be wise to it, you've got to be smart to it. So yeah, I'm going to eat this, and I'm going to pick this up in a little bit. It's a good egg. If I get this in, you've all got to subscribe. Oh shit! Hit the subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Let's go, baby. When I make a brew, Darwin X have finally launched instant allocations. A little bit gutted because I bought mine at a high watermark, and I've literally gone on a loss streak ever since, which is typical. But now you can get an instant one. So basically, you can get 100k allocation straight away. You haven't got to hit a profit target or anything like that. You can literally just get it. And it's yours forever. There's no drawdown rules. There's no max loss limits. There's no hidden rules, no hidden agendas. You can just get cracking. Now, before someone moans, it's only 15%. Remember, it's just a way for you to build your record and get paid doing so. You can also get the other allocations on top of it. And there's some other stuff coming soon, which I can't say because I'm not allowed. But it's sick. So, if you're not on Darwin X, fuck knows where you've been. But just start. There's a link below, or just go to the website and use Albert_20. You can save 20% off all plans. For those that are going to ask, because I asked the exact same question, if you've already bought an allocation and you're yet to achieve your quote to get it, you can't just upgrade. But what you can do is cancel it and buy the instant one. But I'll be honest, I wouldn't do that because you're just throwing away money that you spent to get the previous one, right? So yeah, if you're not on it, maybe this is a reason to get on it, because you can't lose it. It's yours forever. I just don't know why you wouldn't, especially if you're looking to build a long term in this game. I feel like prop firms are a lot of people's problems, and maybe Darwin X might be the way for you to realise that you can trade. You just need to think long term and bigger picture, and you can still make all right money. If you have a 100k permanent allocation and then you get 300k in Darwinia allocations on top of that, and then you get onto gold, and then with the other stuff coming out, you can still have a decent chunk plus investors once you're on gold. Like, I don't know. I think it's a sick idea. I think you should be on it, but obviously, a lot of people wait until it's too late and then go, I wish I started. All I'm doing is letting you know what is what. I got a brew. It's New York session. I'm in a trade on gold. It's not looking the best. First trade of the week. We'll see what happens. Okay, so that trade lost. That takes me to a 4-loss streak for January. Look, it is what it is. January's been dishing out some haymakers. December wasn't profitable either. So of course it's natural to start thinking and getting in your head. But as always with this sort of stuff, you can't deep it. You can't let it start playing games with you. It's just your mind trying to protect you because it's wired to do that. However, in something like trading and in today's day and age, it doesn't serve us, and it almost makes you self-sabotage, makes you make a change, and then puts you in a worse position. So yeah, look, I've just literally dropped in the Discord. I'm sharing everything with them, making sure that I'm being super accountable as well. And now I'm just going to go and chill, read some of my book before the girls are back. And then, yeah, we'll pick this up tomorrow, see what tomorrow has in store for us. This is why it's super important not to change anything, because had I changed something in this drawdown patch, I wouldn't have taken this trade, which has now fixed all of the drawdown from January. Just goes to show the importance of sticking to your system and backing yourself. I've left my SD card in my laptop because I'm editing this vlog. So I'm gonna have to film on my phone. So I don't even know how it's gonna turn out because of the wind and that. But yeah, as I've been saying throughout these last few weeks, obviously I've been documenting the loss streak and that, and it's not been nice. And obviously no one wants a loss streak, but the reality of it is you're gonna get them. And that is where you're tested as a trader. You're not tested when you're winning. I've always said it, anyone can win, anyone can make money, and anyone can feel good when they're winning, but it's about how you respond when you're losing. Do you keep changing your edge? Do you keep tweaking things? People always say there's so many lessons in a loss. And there's elements to that I argue with, because sometimes a loss is just a loss and you need to learn that that is just how it is. And what happens is if you always think there's a lesson, you go down a rabbit hole of trying to refine or remove that loss or get rid of that loss. Now, it obviously depends on where you are in your journey, of course, but often the lesson is just being able to deal with losing and how you respond to it and not going on tilt and doing something nuts. So really remember that and really understand that, because that's often what governs a lot of people to making poor decisions and putting themselves in a worse position than if they just stuck to their edge. And that's what I've done. I've just stuck to my edge, showed up every day, done the things that I talk about on repeat, practiced what I preach, shared with the Discord, real raw in the moments, thoughts, feelings, inner critic talk as it's happening, and showing to them that I keep telling them the same stuff, and now I'm going through it as of they, and I'm going to show you how I come out of it. And that's what it's all about. So look, I hope you take value from these. A little bit of a shorter one this week. I'll be honest, this week I haven't had much going on, not felt the greatest, something's still feeling a little bit rough. So I've just tried to share the bits and bobs that I can. I feel are valuable for you all. But as always, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, I'll catch you all in next week's video. Peace and love, gang.